I'm gonna point, like, this way. There's a bag on that shelf. I remember there being one. So it's gone now. So somebody bought it, or somebody earned it, like, as a reward.
Hey!
Did you call me? What? What are you gonna do?
Bruh, I wanted to watch the movie from the get-go, and you wouldn't let me. What is the matter with you? This, if that's what Tsunzere Hajime looks like, then you're a real tough guy. Lol.
Huh?
You paid $1.5 million for a sticker.
Listen up!
Ooh.
That's...
Here! Look forward to it, okay?
Hey.
Because it proves when you saw the movie. Are we back yet, guys?
Impossible.
Yeah, we gotta check out the goods counter. We back? Oh yeah. Like I said, this bag was missing. Which is the bag that they used for the murder.
What's this? Too bad. You're so stupid.
My sister just subscribed to my YouTube channel. That's very nice of her. Makes me happy. If anyone hasn't already subscribed to the YouTube, obviously the YouTube link is right down below. Coleford Esquire on YouTube. Please consider subscribing. It does mean a lot. We are trying to get to a certain number of subscribers to monetize our videos. And it would be huge to do that. So. We're very happy with how our videos are doing right now, though. Slowly gaining traction, which is very much appreciated.
Well,
We even just posted a Danganronpa video. A Danganronpa short, so to speak.
now then.
Brooke, did you check out the short? Tell me if you like it. It's very quick, which is what I appreciate. I think shorts should be. Like, sometimes I make longer shorts, and they're not as funny. But I think this one's good. Monokuma's account of the... Hold on. So Monokuma was talking about how the goods counter... I can't pause here. Okay, there we go. Monokuma's clue... Let's double check it. It's a limited item. So the tote bag. But you get another bag for free when you buy it. So there was 2 tote bags, but only one person can get it. So the tote bags came in a pair, which is sus. I don't know how that's sus, but it is. Why would there be why would you need 2 tote bags? Or what would you use them for? The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D will be screening shortly. Oh. Oh, guys, we're doing a movie screening? I didn't realize. Where's my popcorn?
Ruben, please
Should I get a protein bar out or
enjoy
something?
the film.
No. Eating on stream is faux pas. It is a social faux pas. Only one person can get them. Yep. One person can get the tote bags.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates. One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise,
Okay.
and was whisked away to Monomi's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change.
Okay.
So he began his journey to see the wizard Monomi, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monomi scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide,
Jesus
the Monomi
Christ.
scarecrow hanged herself and died.
What the fuck?
He also met a Monomi lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows.
Alright, that one's not as savage as the first
He
one.
also met a Monomi tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron. After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard
That first
Monomi,
one,
the
though.
great and powerful.
My god. What the fuck?
Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monomi. And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her.
I love Monokuma. Oh my god, I love Monokuma so much. Oh, he's back home. Yay, with the old people.
With this, Monokuma
Oh.
enslaved the old people.
He enslaved
their
them.
pensions, and lived the
And they're
rest
living the
of
rest of
his
their days in luxury.
luxury.
Well, Jesus Christ. Don't take my pension,
and he
please.
lived happily ever after. The end.
That was a great movie. 10 out of 10.
So, bye-bye.
Don't say anything, because I don't see yet. No, don't say anything. Don't say anything. I get the first one, but I don't get the pumped full of arrows. I get the pumped full of I get the hanging. I don't get the pumped full of arrows, and I don't get the sliced to bits. Is it the slice to bits? Or the hanging on the hanging on the tree? Like the way she was on the tree? I don't get it. Yeah, the lion's death. Yeah. No, the slicing didn't happen. It was the lion that was on the tree. The Wizard of Monami in 2.5D. It could have been a combo of both. Alright, so we're done in the movie theater. This is a long investigation. Hospital. Hospital's the last place, because Chiaki went here. Let's talk to Kazuichi first. Let's have a glass. Let's have a sip of water.
Hey!
We're drinking a lot of brews. We should have some water to go with it.
Right!
Maybe Kazuichi is suspect. I mean, he can easily set up a separate
Man.
like camera and receiver, right? I mean, he's talking about it now, but the video that was filmed on the hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor. The video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor.
Hey!
So he swapped the cameras, okay? Okay, you're suspect. You are so suspect right now. God damn it, everyone's a suspect this chapter. Even if you bring the same model camera to monitor, you won't be able to interfere with that signal. Okay, so it's impossible to broadcast with a separate camera. So he couldn't have done it with a separate camera, but he's sus.
Huh?
He didn't just swap the cameras. What else did he do? I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. Huh. He's very suspect.
Well,
Okay, I want to look at I want to look in Ibuki's room, and I want to look in Nagito's room. What? Oh. We have to investigate the lobby, I guess, first, before we can go into the hospital. I guess that makes sense, but I want to go investigate Ibuki's room. I want to see what's going down.
Hajime.
Hajime, there's something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera?
That's right!
It'd be different if it could record, but it's only good for household functions.
Hey, hey.
I hate this music. It's so creepy. To the music venue, the whole stage is pretty dark because they're using just candlelight. I don't see blood on it, though. Okay. I don't see blood on the step ladder like there was in the music venue. I feel like that has something to do with it. I still don't see blood. Yeah, how would they get it to go completely dark? I feel like Kazuichi is like the only person that can make the camera turn off like that. You know what I mean? Like set a timer on it or like turn it off.
Well?
Hey,
That's what I'm thinking, actually, that she might have just committed suicide. No, there's no way she did. There's no way she did. My girl Ibuki wouldn't do that. I believe in Ibuki. I have faith, guys. I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. Okay. Why? Conference room on the second floor. Okay, I guess we have to investigate that as well. Why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? I agree. Why? Has she been there before? Let's check out Ibuki's room first and see if there's any clues in Ibuki's room. That was Akane. I need Akane.
Now then. All right.
I'll pass, but thanks. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, why is she here?
Hey, hey.
Out of stock of hospital gowns. There was one gowns for each patient's room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. There weren't any gowns. So there was a missing hospital gown. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagito was wearing. Huh. Why would there be a missing hospital gown?
Like,
The mysteries deepen. Alright. I want to go to Ibuki's room. I want to check it out. Oh, I can't tell which room is which. Fuck. Alright, I guess I'm just going to the conference room then. I'm not going to check all 4 rooms. That sounds like a waste of time. This isn't the conference room, but I wanted to see if there was a hidden Monokuma in here. See one. Okay, to the conference room. To the conference room. Pitch black out, I can't see anything. What?
Hey. Hey.
What is she talking about?
Aww.
Troll fail. Nice troll, lol, 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 lol. Ugh, okay, that's very bright.
Hey. Well? See?
The curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out light. There's a projector in here, so probably careful about light shining through. So they were careful. Like I'm saying, they.
See?
Even Chiaki, I think Chiaki thinks there's an accomplice. Or maybe she's just speaking, maybe that's just the way she's speaking. But maybe I'm reading into it a little too much. But I really do think there's an accomplice in this case.
Nope.
Are we done? It's time, everybody! Jazz hands!
Oh, how's everybody doing? It's me, Monokuma!
Say it, Monokuma.
Hey,
Preach!
awesome. The class trial's gonna start, you know. So, make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock ASAP!
It's class trial time, everybody! I hope we're prepared. I'm sure not. Guys, I'm really nervous about this. I think there's too many mysteries up for grabs for me right now. We went for another hour, so I'm going to take a 10-minute break to grab a bite to eat, go to the bathroom, get prepared for the class trial. as soon as we save. I hope everyone does the same. I want you all to get ready. I want you all to get strapped in because we are tackling the first half of the class trial today on Coleford Plays. Be ready. Boom.
Monomy's such a dumb child.
Hey, hey.
Oh, Brooke! Brooke! Are you ready to see my picnic basket? Do you want to see it? Before we get started with the class trial? Guys, today I went to Habitat for Humanity Restore, and I found a $7 picnic basket.
Bye-bye.
It is adorable. Okay. I gotta show it off briefly. It's huge, by the way.
Hey, hey! Huh?
Damn it!
Ta-da! It's a picnic basket. And it's got food in it for me to survive on. And when you do it like this, you can carry it like this.
How about it?
Isn't it so cute?
What do you
I'm so happy with it.
See?
Let's go on a picnic this summer.
Do it!
You, me, and Carly should do a picnic with it. That would be so cute. Monfalcone sibling picnic planning. Woo! Woo! Wouldn't it be fun? Rob is invited too. I forgot to include Rob. Rob is invited too. Us four. However, maybe not pets. Maybe not Dexter, maybe not Blue, maybe not Zerp, maybe not Ziggy. I want it to be a pet-free picnic. I don't want stress. I want to be able to just enjoy our snacks. We should go to like Highland Park or something. I love Highland Park. Man, look how few there is of us. Shit. Numbers are dwindling. Numbers be dwindling. Yeah, Highland Park is the way to go, for sure. What is the trial grounds gonna look like this time? Ooh. I know, lots of empty seats this time. After a double murder. And oh, I forgot Nekomaru's not here either.
Hey, hey.
No, no! That's... well now. Yoo-hoo!
The beginning of the long-awaited class trial! Woo! The curtain to the third class trial was about to open. I hope we're all prepared. The murder of Ibuki Miyota, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. She really was. I miss her. I'm really sad. Guys, I'm really sad Ibuki's dead. This is going to be a class trial of vengeance. Hiyoko Saionji, the ultimate traditional dancer. I cared less for her, but she had some good moments. You know, she was redeeming herself in my eye. See, she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. She was trying to change herself. I could honestly see that. Made me sad. And it's one killer for the two of them. We have to remember that. One killer took them both out. I believe there's an accomplice. I strongly believe there's an accomplice. Monokuma wouldn't have gone out of his way to say that line if there wasn't an accomplice, I think. So we're going to find out. Maybe I'm wrong, but... I hope I'm not. Because that's really what's going to guide me through this, is that thinking that there's like two people involved in this murder. Okay, you already said the curtain is about to open. We already... The line was already given. Life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair begins. Oh, I was close. Begun. Save our current progress? Yes, please. Alright. I'm going to leave it on this screen for a bit. Guys, I need to get preparated. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta grab a drink. I gotta grab a bite to eat. We've been streaming for another hour. So we are going to take a 5 to 10 minute break. And then the class trial commences. Stack pack. Let's go. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Before I go, thank you all for joining me. Let me curtsy. I'm practicing my curtsying. I think it's getting quite good. Let me know what you guys think. Who's ready for a class trial? I am. Are you? Chat? Let's hear it in chat. Are you ready for a class trial? That's one. And that's all I need. I just need someone's faith. Finish preparations, actually. Yeah, we don't need that one. Proceed to class trial. Are we ready? Let's do it. Class trial. Start.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Guys, I'm so excited.
During the
Class trials is
class
the best part of
trial,
this game.
you will
Oh
present
my
your
god.
arguments for who the killer is, and vote
If you have
for
not
who done
partaken in Danganronpa class
If
trial
vote
and you are here right
correctly,
now,
then only the
you are in for a
blackened
good
will
time.
receive
It is the
punishment.
beginning of a class trial.
Pick the wrong
The very beginning.
person. I'll punish everyone besides the blackened.
I'm nervous.
And that person will earn
Very,
the
very
right
nervous.
to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Yeah, because no one told you, because you're
You
a
know,
dick.
Because I was asleep the whole time. Even if you do grasp it, you're just
Yeah, no one
confused
wants
the
to tell
heck
you.
out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Kazuichi, throwing fucking shots.
Huh. What's wrong with that?
Jesus.
Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Okay, I like that. That's a
Anyway,
cute thought.
We shouldn't proceed.
Ta-da! Oh my god!
Participate in the arguments.
Thank you so much for the raid, Ta-da!
Witness. Why don't we ask Hajime to
Guys,
explain
shout
the
out if
incident
you
and the
do
sequence of
not
events?
follow Ta-da.
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
Hello, hello,
The team
hello!
consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and
You jumped in
Akane,
right
who
at the
were
beginning of a
infected.
class trial, the
Nikon, Flo,
perfect
Nico,
time
and
to
me.
join a Danganronpa stream.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself.
How was your stream?
Phantom, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night.
I'm doing great tonight. I'm having a very, very fun night playing Danganronpa. I hope you did the same.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Nikon came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikon rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby.
Hold on.
And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance
see if this
camera
works.
blinking before our scheduled
I
time.
want to send a shout out.
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was
Hey. Oh. They were
a
chatting.
video of someone wearing a hospital
Were you
gown
just
and
chatting
with
Ta-da,
that
or
climbing a stepladder?
if you don't follow Ta-da, please follow Ta-da. She's an excellent streamer.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story. And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course.
Pokemon Scarlet, very nice.
I rushed out of the hospital.
Catch
and
any
ran
good
to where the video
Pokemon?
was being
Any
recorded,
Pokemon you'd like
the
to share
music
with the
video.
chat?
But it was too late.
Ta-da, we have to have a very,
By the time I arrived,
how do I put it?
the person
We need
wearing
to have a
the
very
pink on their head was
in-depth
already hanging
Pokemon
from the
discussion
ceiling.
sometime soon. Because I was recently invited
thought I should tell
to
the
a
others right away,
Pokemon
so I headed to the
Jeopardy
motel.
game. And I need
Why the
to
motel?
touch up on my knowledge.
Because it was
And I
close to
think
the
you were
music
just the
venue.
person to help me do
And unlike
that.
the hospital,
If
there
you
were
don't
more
mind.
able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was
Oh goodness.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
Yeah, we ended up with Mikon and
We were
Fukihiko.
also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our site.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then
I'm excited. I'm gonna do a cosplay for it too. I'm doing hold on. Ta-da, you are not aware. Hold on one second. Let me show you my cosplay real quick. So I'm cosplaying a character named Chiaki Nanami. When she comes on screen, I'll point her out to you. But so I have the shirt. I have her kind of like gamer monster hoodie. And I have a skirt. Which I have been curtsying in all night. So I've been upgrading my cosplay game. The cosplays never end with me.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's
Okay.
how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Are you kidding me?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. The story I
Whatever,
just heard
Nagito.
is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it.
Frig. How do we prove it?
Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
I guess he's got a point, but still. He's just being an ass. Alright. Non-stop debate, guys. Make your argument.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
What do we think, guys?
Hajime's testimony is a lie. And the fact that Ibuki hung herself,
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
Oh,
Means it
okay.
probably is
Movie
Hajime's
invitation
fault.
ticket on the last one. I get it.
Hajime's
We were the
testimony is
last
clearly
person to see the
suspicious.
movie, so there's no way we could have imitated the movie.
Why? And the fact that Ibuki hung herself,
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
It's gonna be like right down here, right?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
Boom.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Ace Attorney, Hajime Hinata.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Dude! Why would you even do this
Before
to us
the
then?
incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person
The way he was just like,
received one
I know
ticket,
it's not you.
and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well,
My question
since
exactly.
we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
Was that a good
What
warm-up?
warm-up?
I don't know.
This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well,
That's the girl I'm
I knew it would
cosplaying
turn
right
out
there.
like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony
My girl
is reliable,
Chiaki.
let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
I don't believe she committed
If
suicide,
Ibuki
though.
committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
Not
A
Ibuki.
murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is.
The locked door mystery.
The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, I don't believe it's a I don't know how they.
Yeah,
I don't know how
you're
they made it a
absolutely
closed
right.
room, to be honest.
Which means, when we broke down the venue door,
I don't believe
the
that.
killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Kazuichi is chief on my suspect list.
Hell? Why's it gotta be us?
Sonia, I don't believe
The others all have
the
alibis.
suspect in this case, but Kazuichi,
Chiaki,
because
Mikan, Hajime, and I all
all
broke
the
down
electronics-
the venue door together.
like how they play into
Gundam met up with Hajime
how the
at
murders
hotel
go in,
right before that.
how it's happening. I think Kazuichi is like very, very
And if
suspect.
Akane and
I don't know.
Nagito were laid up in the hospital,
We'll see.
the only person that
We'll see how it
is
plays out.
is
I gotta
one
give it
of
some
you.
time.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Thanks, Tada. I really appreciate
If
it.
the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the
Catch you
people
later.
who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
I don't believe the killer was inside the music venue. No. That can't be it. The transparent, semi-transparent glob, maybe?
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door?
I think it's
That
the
door
glob.
should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside...
Oh, you're all good, Nikki. We're in the class trial now, so...
And suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
I didn't see... The person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence. Anyone got any ideas of what I shoot it at?
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
I tried to shoot it.
Seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door?
Stepladder.
Door
No,
should
it's the
not have
glob.
a lock.
It is the glob.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
I think it's the first one with the semi-transparent glob.
Waited till we gathered together.
None of the other ones really make sense.
And suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
In my opinion, none of the other ones make sense, other than the semi-transparent glob with the first statement. That person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
I was so close.
They were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have...
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken...
You can use that as a... By doing that, waited till we get...
I shot it like the white noise. I shot it a little too late. Now I can fast forward.
The killer was still inside by locking the door from the inside. They tried to keep
No!
us from getting in.
How did that miss? Are you kidding me?
Seems they were trying to...
How did they lock
Twice?
the door?
Seriously?
Are you talking about the broken...
You can use that as
Literally, I'm shooting it in the same spot. Okay.
And suddenly,
What is going on with my aim? Okay. Okay.
the killer was still
Here we
inside
go.
the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from
You
getting
are
in.
friggin' kidding me.
Seems they were trying...
3 times I've missed
The
it.
lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken...
I'm gonna run out of time at this point.
Waited till we get... And suddenly...
If it keeps going like this.
Serial crime dramas.
The killer was still inside the music venue.
I'm too scared with the white noise.
From the inside. No, that's wrong.
Ooh, that was scary. That was so scary. I did not want to fail.
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for believing in me.
How? There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
No, it was glue.
I see.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my
Nikki, are you
mouth.
still here? If you want to, please drop a link to the
I'm
Discord
certain it
channel.
was glue.
If anybody wants to join the Discord community, if anyone wants to follow the channel, we are playing Danganronpa for the next
I believe
month,
it is
probably,
not something one
all
typically
throughout
eats.
March. We will be doing nothing but
That glue
Danganronpa
is
streams,
only applied to
basically,
the areas where
and then we're
both
moving on
doors
to Until Dawn. So we are very excited to play both games. If you are a fan of either one, please consider following the channel. It is greatly appreciated, and we are a nice, welcoming
The
community.
glob of
So.
glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly. But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the glue easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't
Thank you,
that
Nikki.
drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia. And me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
That seems like a lot. Like I said, it's a lot to do for one person. I feel like an accomplice is very much in the game for this trial.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the
I feel like an accomplice is totally in the ballgame.
They must have done it earlier than that.
What? Earlier?
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
What?
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too.
What is he saying?
Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
Scrap that was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Should be able to figure out what it is. Is it the Hangman's Gambit? Logic Dive? Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Anyone have any idea what it is? What was ripped? What was the ripped piece of paper that was stuck to the baton lighting? I have no clue. It's not W. Lots of W's flying around. Oh, wait, maybe it is. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You're right. I was like, why is there so many W's? Such a dumbass. Okay. Oh my god, they're flying. No! Shit. Go away. Whatever. Thanks for the help, rookie.
Got it.
That one, I actually was kind of stumped on. Except for they were throwing W's at me, and I should have gotten it.
The wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so...
You're right. You overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting, the tear in the wallpaper.
Do they fit perfectly?
See? It fits perfectly.
Like I said.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
So they hid Hiyoko's body.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
It didn't disappear, it appeared.
A mere
Correct.
nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
Dude, you're leading us down the road, but you're not going to answer the
But
question.
if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
So, okay, I think I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I don't understand, like, all of it, but Hiyoko's body was hidden. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body? She was hidden in the wallpaper, is what I'm gathering. Okay, are we doing a logic dive now? Alright, I think it's a logic dive time. Yep, logic dive time. I love logic dive. So fun. This is the best minigame in this game. Okay, so break, Accelerate. Let's jump. Triangle. Oh. Gotta remember the buttons. I used to be so good at this minigame. Question 1. Why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear at this crime scene? It was hidden, it was brought there. It was hidden. Correct? Yes. Yes, it was. Question number 2. What did the killer use to hide her body? The wallpaper. Okay, I'm pretty sure I made that, but we'll count that as a loss. Question number 3. How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They covered the pillar, they formed a wall. They covered the pillar. Hey, cheers. Cheers, everybody. Cheers in the chat. Ooh.
It's all coming together.
I didn't know that. Kurobo! We were missing you, buddy.
Got it.
Glad you're
Hyoko's
here.
body was hidden
Thank you for the
before we
bit. I appreciate it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
Hold on. For that bit, let me go ahead and thank you. Thank you. Whoa. Sure, either way. Thank you, Kurobo-san. Oh, you were here earlier but didn't say anything? Okay.
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
Ah, okay, okay.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper
That's
totally
pretty,
fits.
like I said, it's pretty involved for one person. I feel like there's an accomplice in this case. The question is, who would accomplish who? I thought you were gonna flash us.
That's how they
Nah,
hid
not that
Hyoko's
kind of
body,
stream,
and then
but
peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake.
but
He accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan
like I
took
said,
too
there
long.
must be two
Hajime
people.
could've walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Sounds like that big of a deal for one person.
When was Hyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece?
It was a pretty good movie. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen worse movies than The Wizard of Monami 2.5D.
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
For sure.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
I knew it! There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie.
Which was savage. That
Not
death
just
was the
that,
most savage of all three
but
by
Hiyoko
far.
getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
Yep, the lion, but no one.
It's as if both crimes
Not the
were
Tin Man.
replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
What? To hide the weapon, because they like movies, to let their accomplice escape. Why do I feel like it's to let their accomplice escape? No, it's not that. It's to mix up the killing order. It must be. None of the rest of them make sense. This one I am reading into because I'm very suspect about an accomplice. And the fact that they're mentioning an accomplice already makes me think there is one, again. But I think it's to mix up the killing order.
I see.
The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean?
The blood on her feet and the blood on the step stool.
If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you
I'll
solve
cry.
what you want later.
Because Ibuki's dead and I'm so sad about it.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
The blood on her feet, buddy.
It seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How right. Your words are so right.
The question is, why was there blood on the stage? And it was like smeared. Why would there be smeared blood on the stage? Anyone have any guesses on that?
Perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
She was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
Pathetic delusion.
She was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor. Let's do it. Blood on the soles, for sure.
When Hiyoko died,
Right?
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something? Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor.
It's probably that one, I assume.
That she was like sitting or something.
So instead, there'd be a mark on her?
Weak. It doesn't even.
I don't want to
pierce
hear
my
about
heart.
Ibuki's ass. Don't you talk about my girl like that.
When Hiyoko tapped Ibuki's feet,
I am telling you to.
So I agree with this. I agree with
Her
this one.
feet were on the. Was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
Yeah. Step on the blood. The blood.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
Is the murder weapon for Hiyoko not going to come into play at all? Like, we haven't investigated anything that looks like a murder weapon for Hiyoko. I'm like kind of shook about it, not gonna lie. Like, we know Ibuki kind of hung herself, but we don't know what happened with Hiyoko.
The power of the evil eye.
Oh, fighting Gundam on this one.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our different
Shook it.
status. However, the time for conviction starts now.
I don't know what I'm gonna do to confront this guy. I don't know what the term is gonna be. Rebuttal showdown. What do I use? Rope used for hanging with a smudge on the floor.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor. You can't step on blood that was never there.
Smudge on the floor.
Just about to see a nice nightmare.
As long as Ibuki's body has no open wounds, there's no doubt that that blood is Hiyoko's.
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes, but it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel proud of yourself. It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
Okay, so it's the first. It's the. There's no
Hiyoko was
statement in the
taped to
second
the
one.
pillar, yes.
So I need to let him. I need to let him best
That
me.
the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel proud.
There is blood on the dance floor, Nikki. You are correct.
3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
Yeah, the one with the one word from earlier.
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes. But it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel.
How do I go
It's been
backwards?
nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
Do I just not do anything? And just
Hiyoko
let
was
him-
taped to the pillar, yes.
I'm confused.
It's possible
I know
that
I
the
have to go
pillar still
backwards,
had
but how do I
blood
go
on it.
backwards?
However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel proud of yourself. It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
There we go.
Damn it!
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Wrong, dumbass. Another time. Another one. Another one bites the
The
dust.
reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away out.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another
Don't
one
say
bites the
such
dust.
foolish things. You
Hey,
don't have proof of that
Let
at
me
all.
get you too. Another one bites the dust.
Yes, I do. You look closer. There's a stick
Bites
on
the
floor
dust.
where blood was wiped
Any
away.
JoJo fans in chat? Any Bites the Dusto fans in
The
chat?
killer tried to hide Hyoko's body. They probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but... Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hiyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hiyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Nikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater
That's
was
kinda
running
sus.
inside the music venue so it would screw with Nikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yeah, the Monokuma file not having the time of death is like very suspect.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to
So
retreat
why kill
for now.
Hiyoko before Ibuki? Why do a double murder? Why do a double murder at
Regardless
all?
of good or evil,
Is the question.
There's no deceit in upholding one's
Because
conviction.
Ibuki was suffering from the despair
you just
disease,
shut up and
so
back
she shouldn't
off?
have been like a factor in this case.
Now then,
If they wanted to
let
kill
us resume
Hiyoko,
our
why
debate.
just not take out Hiyoko by
Wait a
herself?
sec. There's something
Oh.
I want to run by Monokuma first.
Nagito has a question for Monokuma. Very important, guys. Let's listen in.
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
That's actually pretty
The
important to
same as
ask.
always, you have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hiyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hiyoko and then committed suicide.
That
due
was
to
kind of what
conscience,
that was a
right?
side thought I had, but
That's
Nagito
totally
is like going
impossible.
through it. I don't
Then
know.
She never would have killed her
She
to
was
begin
suffering from the
with.
despair disease, so like anything she do is
She was
kind of like
afflicted by
yeah.
the despair disease, remember? That means
Nagito
everything
and I have
bad.
the same brain on this a little bit,
But if
which is
Ibuki's
I don't
the
like
killer,
that, but
she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body
oh
soon
yeah,
after
yeah,
means
that makes sense.
the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
What?
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my
Another
mind.
question for Monokuma, perhaps?
If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Again, I'm confused about the video I saw. Yeah.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious obvious that the killer did something. So maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
Sonia and Kazuichi have the weakest alibi?
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
Just before the morning Monokuma announcement.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
You're so sus, dude.
Then the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Okay.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Let's destroy the weakest alibi then. Mikan's account, Fuyuhiko's account, Sonia's account. Shit. Lots of accounts that I don't remember. Okay, so let's
We can
let's go through some of these accounts. Mikan's account. Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterward, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she met up with Fuyuhiko. Okay? Fuyuhiko's account. After Fuyuhiko met Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They checked the movie theater and Electric Avenue, but they didn't find anyone. Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separated for a short amount of time. Okay? Yoko was distraught before her kimono was disheveled, able to tie on her own. That's when Sonia apparently told her with a full-length mirror. So who has the weakest alibi?
Right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement,
Sonia, maybe?
I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
That is a weak account, dude. But I have no evidence to...
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
You were sleeping.
What about
Okay.
you guys?
I was
Weak
where I
ass
was supposed
account.
to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
If nobody has an alibi, so let's say Mikan's account. Because Mikan...
We can exclude the
Was
sick
with
people like
Fuyuhiko.
Miyakane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone...
So everyone who stayed. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed. That's not.
Aside from those, if nobody has an alibi,
No, that's wrong.
Boom.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
you two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Alright. We don't need to go into that detail.
What kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
It's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together. So we were together until right before
I feel like
the
I text you and I get
I get it. You guys
less
have
responses
alibis.
now.
If that's
Casey
the case, the killer
texts.
must be someone
Casey's a
else.
texter. He wants
It's
conversation.
better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable.
You were
that an
sleeping,
alibi
weak
for both
alibi.
before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Guys, really quickly, I'm gonna do a quick. Hold on.
Committing an
I'm gonna do a quick sellout. If you would like to support the stream at all, please take a gander at our eBay store. Our eBay store is full of anime goods, is full of video games, electronics, books, apparel. We have all kinds of stuff on there. Please take a look, see if anything catches your gander. It's the best way to support the stream. We're trying to afford a new capture card. We are trying to afford new games. We are super excited about Persona 3 Reload. We are trying to pay for that next. After we play Until Dawn, I think we're going to try to buy Persona 3 Reload and play that next. I'm really excited about that game. So if you'd like to support the stream at all, maybe take a gander and see what you would like off of the eBay store. We do ship internationally, so
really
it is not a problem if you are an international buyer.
Faking the time the
Just putting
crime
that out there.
occurred by falsifying the murder sequence.
Quick sellout before
hiding
we
their alibi
continue
in
on
the
with the class trial.
process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
Another reason to make...
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
What? The killer had a different reason? Is that intermission? Oh my god, we're gonna leave it there? Dude, I have no idea what the reason could be that they're falsifying. Anyone? Okay. So that's gonna be where we call the stream for the night. Thank you guys so much for following us along with this class trial, with the investigation. It's been a real blast playing. We'll be playing again tomorrow night. We'll be finishing the class trial up then. Anyone have any idea what that could have been before we go? I have no idea. Literally about to call my sister and be like, but that doesn't matter because we already know Hiyoko was killed first. Again, that doesn't matter. We already know Hiyoko was killed first. Maybe. I'm kind of shook. No, they didn't touch on it at all. You're right. It's got to come up at some point, but why? Why would that matter if we already know Hiyoko was killed first? I would think the only reason to fuck with the body, fuck with the temperature in the room is to make it so both bodies are seemingly, you can't determine time of death. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, guys.
I'm Monami.
We do not like Monami, so we are not going to deal with Monami. We'll listen to music. If you enjoyed the stream tonight, please consider dropping a follow on the channel. It really does mean a lot. We're trying to grow out the channel as best we can. We're trying to become a Danganronpa streamer. We'll be playing through all 3 games, if that interests you at all. We are very excited to do so. Please consider dropping a follow. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your night. Take care. Be well. I will be on Discord. Nikki, if you want to drop one more link to the Discord, that would be great. If anyone wants to come join us for some chats, I will be on there in probably like 10 to 15 minutes. Nikki, I hope to see you there. I hope to chat with you. Maybe we can... Nikki, why don't we toss on a Harry Potter movie tonight? Do you have time for it or no? Are you working tomorrow? Alright, guys. Well, I'm gonna head out. Take care. Be well. I'll see you tomorrow for the end of Chapter 3's class trial. We'll solve the mystery then. Bye-bye.